All the black Americans saying ICE isn't our problem.
Oh, boy.
You do realize that they're kidnapping black Americans too,
Here we
right?
go.
And they're just saying, oh, we thought they were African. We thought they were illegal immigrants.
Because I understand that black people be on the forefront of a
True.
lot of different movements, and that our movements have paved the way for other groups, marginalized groups, to get rights in America. So I'm understanding where the logic is going, but I'm telling you the logic is flawed. Anytime anything has ever happened in America, we have always been the scapegoats. We have always been the last leg of the line. They are going to find a way to make this about black people. They're going to find a way to make this touch black people. They already have.
You know, I find it really frustrating when people only hear what they want to hear and they don't actually hear what you're saying. When I made the video about the fake Black Panther dude that's out there threatening ICE and walking around armed and as if he's an actual Black Panther party member, I had people in the comment section that completely did not get what I was trying to say.
Hello, good people. Welcome to African Commentary. Here we learn and grow every day. If you're new here, kindly consider subscribing, liking, and sharing the videos. I will really appreciate. So, in today's video, we are going to talk about ICE violence in America. So, right now, we have some white people who are saying that Black Americans should not just sit back. This is also their fight. They need to fight against ICE. They'll never stop poking Black Americans. They always have to poke them to hear what they will say. So before I speak much, let's watch some videos and then I'm going to give my 2 cents at the end. Don't forget to leave your comments down in the comment section. I'll really appreciate.
For all the black Americans saying ICE isn't our problem, you do realize that they're
fruit that looked like porky.
I really needed that little minute because y'all don't get tired of centering us in you guys' content. Why the fuck do we always keep coming up? Leave us the fuck alone. We have made it very clear since the election concluded that we want no part of none of the bullshit that was going on. We voted to try to protect everybody from the shit that is happening, and you guys didn't give a fuck. So therefore, y'all don't give a fuck for what we stood for and what we voted for. We don't give a fuck about what's going on in the world. We don't care. We knew it was coming. So to tell us that they're kidnapping Black Americans, Black African Americans, they don't represent us in totality. And also the Black MAGA men in the comments, you're telling you need to go and hold the Black MAGAs in the comments accountable. We're not holding them shit. We don't give a fuck. We're done with all of that. We don't care about none of that. Leave us alone. We keep telling y'all to leave us the fuck alone. Why do y'all have to keep asking us everything, telling us everything, coming to us about everything? We don't give a fuck. This is not our mess. We didn't create this cesspool of a fucking mess, so we're not about to be the street sweepers neither. We're not about to clean this shit the fuck up. Stop coming to us about this shit. Go to your people. Hold your people accountable. Hold their foot to the fucking fire. And the lady that you showed a picture of in your video, she's not Black American. She looked like she comes from the continent of Africa. She may be an African American, but she's not indigenous to this land. So you need to know the difference before you even come in here trying to get us hyped up to get out there and put our Black bodies on the fucking front line. We're not going on the front line. We are encouraging our men not to go out on the front line, but if they do decide to go, that's on them. Harriet said everybody couldn't come with her. So leave us the fuck alone. We don't give a fuck. Stop centering us in your content. We don't give a shit. Leave us the fuck alone. Go ask all the white women. Do they know that white children are being abducted? Or go ask all the Epstein motherfucking victims, parents and friends and family. Do they know that their family members were victimized? Leave us the fuck alone. We are on break. You see us with our bonnets and our motherfucking moo-moos on. We don't want no parts of none of that.
all the black Americans saying ICE isn't our problem.
Oh, boy.
You do realize that they're kidnapping black Americans too,
Here we
right?
go.
And they're just saying, oh, we thought they were African. We thought they were illegal immigrants. And then they will detain you for days, sometimes weeks, so that they can have their way with you in the ICE detention center while they figure out that you're an American citizen. In fact, that's exactly what happened to this lady right here. She's an American citizen. They detained her for 2 days and kept her in that detention center. And this is what they're doing with so many people. If you're not white, they will target you. if they just have a bad day, they just feel angry or feel extra racist that day, they'll target you, kidnap you, beat you, throw you in the back of a truck, and take you to some random ICE detention center. There was one citizen that they actually deported to a whole nother country. And she was a U.S. citizen.
First of all, that paleface needs to mind his business, okay? He gonna sit up here and say, oh, you know, ICE is not your problem. Why are you don't even go here. What we got going on and how we choose to respond and react to certain things is none of your concern. Why are you even addressing us? You need to be addressing the agents, and you need to be addressing your fellow community, because your community is why we're in this situation that we're in right now, and why law enforcement, government agencies, federal agencies are running amok and don't have to ever answer for their brute force. It's because they've been doing it to Black Americans since forever. The police force was literally slave catchers, and it just transmuted and transformed into the police that we see today. So for y'all to keep saying y'all are gonna be next, we gotta keep. I feel like I sound like a broken record, y'all. A broken record. We were first. It never stopped happening to us, but y'all didn't give a fuck all. Because y'all don't care about Black American people. Y'all really don't. And for you to sit up here and say Black American people and to show a Somali woman, bitch, you need to throw something in. You gonna show a Somali woman while you're talking about Black Americans being detained and kidnapped? You know what? The nerve. Somali people didn't even consider themselves African as a collective. They never call themselves Black. And that woman in particular, this is why I keep feeling like it's a scheme that Todd set up. Why would she have them Band-Aids on her forehead? Like it's given performative. It's given, and the Oscar goes to. Now, I wasn't there. I don't know exactly what happened to her. If that did happen, it was unfortunate. But it sounded like she was reading from a script, and she got the script right, as opposed to that other Somali woman that started reading the script and said, oh my God, because she said crime is bad. And I don't think that was a part of what she was I don't think that was a part of what she was supposed to say, and she couldn't even get it out because she knew she was lying and scamming and cheating, and it was a scheme. But they gonna put that lady up there, and then she gonna say, oh, and they use the N-word. Aren't you all the class of people with melanin that have been running around saying the N-word means nothing to y'all because y'all have no direct relation to it? Now all of a sudden, when it's convenient, you want to piggyback off of the plight of actual Black Americans with racial slurs. This is not me saying that it's okay to call anybody with dark skin that looks like me the N-word. I'm just saying they don't have the same relation to the word. And this pale-faced guy, he needs to shut the hell up and mind his business. He keeps butting in, talking about, oh, y'all saying ICE is not your problem. Sir, get your community together and y'all go out there. I'm tired of y'all talking and y'all are sitting in the comfort of your living room with your ring light in front of you, telling Black Americans what they need to do and where they need to go. And I really cannot get over the fact that he's saying, oh, they're deporting Black American. No, we're not doing flat Blackness. People that have an immigrant background is not synonymous with Black Americans that have a long lineage here in this country. Just because that Somali woman has the same hue of complexion, that does not make her a Black American. That is a Somali American if she has citizenship. So stop that. I don't agree with brute force. I don't agree with us being illegally and unlawfully detained. Like I said, this is something that we have been crying about and shouting from the rooftops, but y'all did not give a fuck because y'all don't care about Black American people. Now that one of the clear pale-faced ladies got unalived by ICE, and y'all care more about the immigrant class than y'all ever did about us, now all of a sudden, y'all seem to find a little bit of empathy. I'm just very confused. Because if Johnny had 5 apples, y'all would have been trying to get qualified immunity overturned. But y'all didn't give a damn when it was just us. Don't you ever try to flat black me, bitch, and use a Somali woman that literally they call us Judairs and say that they're Arab. They barely even fucking say they're African and use that as your goddamn excuse or your goddamn example of a Black American getting detained by ICE. Girl, bruh. Spread of it's the Brooklyn way. Got to be more motherfucking careful. What?
Okay, this message is for other Black American people. This is our fight too. This is in fact the fight against ICE is our fight too. And I know, look, I know these motherfucking people played in our faces during the last election. They've been playing in our face since 1619. I know, and I know you want to be like, girl, they ain't got nothing to do with me. I know, but listen. Not only is it the morally right thing to do, but more than anything, they not building up this slave catching force just for immigrants. I hope you know that. When they round up all the immigrants, you think they just gonna wipe their hands and be done? You can't think that. Come on now. We are the final boss. As a matter of fact, oh Lord, they hate that we not slaves no more. They think the Dred Scott decision, that's the right decision, and that's what they want to go back to. They're tweeting white nationalist propaganda. We are the final boss, right? So if for no other reason you don't tap into this fight, you have to think about your own self-preservation in the future, because we might not be right up next, but we in line. We're in line. They don't care nothing about how long we done been here, that we built this whole shit. They don't care. And again, I know the other people of color be playing. They play in our face. They play in our face. They steal our shit, and then they act like we ain't got no culture. I know, girl. I know the 92%ers. I know, girl. But this is your fight too. This is because once they're done with them, where you think they're going next? So tap.
Because I understand that Black people be on the forefront of a lot of different movements, and that our movements have paved the way for other groups, marginalized groups, to get rights in America. So I'm understanding where the logic is going, but I'm telling you the logic is flawed. Anytime anything has ever happened in America, we have always been the scapegoats. We have always been the last leg of the line. They are going to find a way to make this about Black people. They're going to find a way to make this touch Black people. They already have. Like, maybe y'all weren't paying attention in class, but in Nazi Germany, did y'all forget that the Gestapo also targeted, sterilized, murdered, and put in concentration camps Black Germans? Like, this idea that this will not affect us and that it's not our fucking fight. Are you cool? Like, what the fuck are you? And mind you, we're not saying that right now that Black people are the most affected group. What we're saying is that a loss of rights for one is a domino effect.
It gets to a point, because what is going on? What the hell is going on? If people would have, this is really what like grinds my gears, is the fact that Black American people have been saying for decades, you all might be next. You all are next. If they're doing it to us, they'll do it to you. And everybody else just said, oh, not my fight. Nobody cares. All lives matter. Just comply. Blah, 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 whoop-de-whoop. Now y'all trying to flip and reverse what we've been saying to you all like a Missy Elliott song and throw it back at us. That's not going to work. Now, this lady in this video, I don't know what her ethnic background is. I have no idea. But I saw her popping it in the comments, y'all. Let me show you what they were saying in the comments, because I cannot. Look at this, y'all. Somebody said, thank you. Solidarity should never be transactional. It shouldn't be transactional, because we supposed to just continue to give and give and give and give and give without receiving anything back. F that. F-U-C-K that. Enough is enough. Why is it that we are, you know what, let me finish and then we're going to come back. Then here to go, the content creator. Yes, please, in a YT versus everyone else system, thinking that you actually have the power to separate yourself from them when they want us all gone and unalived or in jail is crazy. Then somebody said, I stayed home, I voted right. She says, stay home until they start dragging us out of our houses. They just unalive the Black man in his home. Your vote doesn't negate current reality. I voted right too, and here I am. Oh. So you mean to tell me we are supposed to continuously extend ourselves and put ourselves on the front line for people that are literally anti-Black? People that literally express disdain, hatred, and disregard for Black American people. Even other Black people that look just like us in the diaspora don't fuck with us like that. They come here and delineate themselves and build their own little enclaves. They hire each other. And then say, if you're not bilingual or if you don't speak Spanish, you cannot work here. And we not from the same place. If you don't speak the native tongue, whatever, you cannot work here. I want to hire you. This has been happening. Those are the people that we're supposed to go out and fight for. The same people that I would vote for Donald Trump got their funky asses up there and voted against the interests of their own family and friends. That's who we're supposed to put our neck on the line for. We've done that. And what have we gained from it? Absolutely nothing. We've been preaching and marching and fighting and trying to get qualified immunity terminated, and everybody else has not been on one band, one sound. When immigrants migrated here, if they would have literally aligned themselves with us, then we would literally be like popping out here. But no, they decided to divide themselves, go off into their own corners, and try to directly align themselves with the white community. White people need to be out there protesting and fighting for them. And then she said, a black man was just unalived at his house. No, that black man was outside firing off a firearm. This is not me saying that he deserved to be unalive, but he was pow-powing in the air. That doesn't make it okay, but these are the things that has been happening in our community, unfortunately, since the inception of this country. Now, does that mean that because we experience police brutality or any type of brutality, period, that we should align ourselves with illegal immigration? Illegal immigration has nothing to do with Black Americans. There are immigration laws in every single country that you go to. Every single country. I saw a video with a woman that lived in, she was staying in Thailand for a little bit. Her visa expired. You know that the officials was knocking on her door, sending her notices. She had to go and reapply and pay money for however long her visa was expired for, that she was still in that country. She had to go and do what she had to do. In Mexico, they are kicking people and deporting people up out of there. They have immigration laws in the DR and Haiti. Haiti and the DR share the same island, and Haitians is getting kicked out of the DR if they don't have their right paperwork. So I don't understand, why does it come to the United States of America and then to try to compare it to Nazi Germany? There's no G side going on here. What y'all would tell us, oh, just comply. If y'all would just comply and take the right steps, nobody's saying that we're completely against immigration, but illegal immigration, if something's illegal, that means you're breaking the law. Why should we be outside picketing for? That does not make sense, especially when a lot of these people don't even like us. If Johnny had 5 apples, why are you all encouraging us? Y'all already know the history and the type of relationship we have with the government officials and the authority in this country. Why would you ever encourage Black Americans to go out there for something that does not directly affect them? And y'all keep saying they're going to come for your next. They've been deporting people since forever. If we could get deported in mass, the way that these people have been trying to unalive us, redline us, burn everything down that we create, paper genocide us, we would have been deported. If they could get us the fuck up out of here, all of us would have been deported. This new president is the only president that ever got up on a stage in front of millions of people and said, Black Americans built this country. Y'all don't get the credit for it, but you all built this country. He also got up there and said that 14th Amendment was for descendants of people that were slaves in this country. We are American citizens. I don't know why y'all keep trying to scare us with deportation and we don't go out there and fight for people to be here illegally. Get your paperwork together. The same you would have to do. I cannot go to Japan and live in Japan and get money and get grants and loans and be a part of the government and the system without being a citizen. They would kick me out too. In other countries, they lock you up for a long time. At least here, they even trying to give incentives. Like, hey, we give you a couple $1,000s, give you a plane ticket. In other countries, you got to swim across the water. You got to find your way and scavenge to get back to where you got to go. And they ain't not giving you no severance package. Anyway, spread love is the Brooklyn way. I know this is long, child, but...
You know, I find it really frustrating when people only hear what they want to hear and they don't actually hear what you're saying. When I made the video about the fake Black Panther dude that's out there threatening ICE and walking around armed and as if he's an actual Black Panther party member, I had people in the comment section that completely did not get what I was trying to say. I had somebody stitch my video. It was way, way off target of what I meant by the things that I said in that video. My question is, what is the expectation? Like, don't give me some BS. I just want you to fight for us. I want you to advocate for us. I don't want to hear that. I want you to say point blank, period, exactly what you want us to do as Black Americans to I don't know, whatever your goal is with this whole situation. I don't even know what the goal is, to be honest with you. I can't even tell you what the goal is. But what is it that you expect us to do? I don't, and do not say fight for me. Do not say protest. I want you to give me an actual explanation, detail, verbatim, detail for detail. What do you want us to do? Because I'm really curious about this. And if your only answer to that question is, I don't know, then I don't want to hear nothing else about it.
I don't know why white people are now calling out black Americans to also fight against ICE. Is it because one of them was killed? Or is it because they are concerned about black Americans' safety? Black Americans have been sitting back, minding their business, enjoying their lives, but either way, they have to be poked. They have to be, like, I don't know, America can't do without black Americans because they always have something to say about black Americans. For you black Americans, do you think this is your fight too? Do you think you need to go out there and fight against ICE? Do you think that you're next because they're saying black Americans know that you're next? Don't just sit by comfortably. Be prepared. Fight. This is also your fight. One thing I know, and it's a fact, that black Americans are not immigrants in the US. They are US citizens. And no matter how they would love to involve you guys in everything, you have your rights. Many black people have been killed over time. Not even one white person will come and talk about it. But right now, just because one of them was killed, which is not a good thing, that was a very bad thing. The killing of that white woman, it was not necessary, it was not needed. Eyes have to control themselves. They have to remember that at the end of the day, they're also humans and they have families. That was not a good thing. My concern is, are white people speaking out just because they are afraid or just because one of them was killed, or are they really concerned about black Americans? When black Americans are silent, it bothers them so much. But again, when they speak, that is also a problem. ICE should have control. They should be mindful of other people. They should have humanity. And this is not black Americans' problem, you know. They put it like as if black Americans go out there, they can stop these people from their violence. They can stop them from their deportations. They can't help. As much as they will help, it will not be a great deal as they put it. So the US need to be in control. They need to have humanity. They need to stop the killings. And black Americans are not the only people who should be concerned about that. They're saying that you guys are next. What are they planning for you? Is it a message they're passing by? But they shouldn't always talk about you guys. They shouldn't always need black Americans in everything. But when it is time for black Americans, no one is fighting for them. They're just by themselves. But right now is when they realize that we need black American support. And the worst thing about this is that ICE, they don't target white people. They just target people of color. They target black people. Why can't the white people themselves also try and speak for these other races? Why can't they stop this ICE violence? Because we know they have the power in their hands. They have the privilege. Why can't they speak for these people, for these other races? If they're really, really concerned about black Americans' safety and all that, why can't they speak for them? Black Americans cannot just rest, mind their business, sip their juice, watch their favorite movies in peace. They need to be involved in everything that is happening. Yet it is not their problem. It is not them who caused that, but they are the ones who should find a solution to the problem. This is so unfair. From white people to black Americans, that is so unfair. I don't think it is fair in any way. Let black Americans decide by themselves if they really want to go out there and fight against ICE. But let not these other people telling them, especially the white people telling them that it is their fight too, they need to fight. So what? They also have the power to stop everything. They also have the power to say enough is enough. Can we live in peace? Without speaking much, let me know what you think about this whole situation in the comment section down below. I love to know your thoughts, Black Americans. Is this your fight too? Aren't you tired? Haven't you been fighting for all those years? When will you ever have rest? When will you ever just relax? Sit comfortably in your houses watching movies, partying, or even just sleeping, yeah, in peace without all these things. Every day they want you to speak. Every day they want you to be involved in things that do not even concern you. Let me know in the comment section down below. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and share. Let's meet in the next video. Bye.